Good evening, friends. Stephen Benoon here with Israeli News Live and trying to deal with a pair of broken glasses right now. But anyway, wanted to give you guys an update on some, or not so much an update, but bring out some very serious breaking news that is going on. I had my wife listen to this as well, this video footage here. And this is Chinese troops in Russia entering into Ukraine. In one of the trucks there, you will actually see Chinese writing on the side of the vehicle. And so it really sets a new precedent with Chinese troops entering into there. My wife said that the guy is actually saying something to the effect of, this one right here is where the Chinese writing is on the side of this tanker there. There it is right there. Let me back that up just a little bit. But she did confirm that he is talking about some form of other type of troops that are entering into Ukraine. There is the Chinese writing on there, on the side of the vehicle. So no doubt, from what we can tell there, and we're trying to get some confirmation on this from Washington to see if we can confirm that whether or not China is actually entering into Ukraine to help Russia in their fight against Zelensky and his neo-Nazi thugs going on there. Also, the Wall Street Journal was reporting that Russia is now using Iranian kamikaze drones, creates new dangers for Ukrainian troops, is what they're saying. Well, the funny thing is, we had just reported ourselves on Israeli News Live, about a month ago or so, that the United States had given Ukraine kamikaze drones as well to use against Russian troops. So it looks like that Russia is only following in the footpath of the United States, but using Iranian drones now to do the exact same thing that the United States had already done. In fact, as we had shared that with you, we were telling you that Russia was gathering the information for China, supplying the information for China of the United States' latest technology and what they were doing. And of course, we had gotten that information that the U.S. was using drones in there. Now, I did have a meeting just here yesterday. It was rather a brief meeting there, getting some updates, some things going on. One thing that was interesting, though, was the issue of Taiwan. And of course, Taiwan, just for the record here, Taiwan just had a 6.9 magnitude earthquake, as can be seen in this video footage right here when that quake begins to rock and roll. Look at the trees start swaying like crazy. Unbelievable. Not to mention the rocks falling and stuff, but it's like suddenly, it's kind of interesting. Watch the trees. They're not doing too much of anything, but then all of a sudden the trees go nuts everywhere. That's what a 6.9 magnitude quake could end up looking like real quick, like electrical lines flopping all over the place. A lot of people there are lucky they did not get killed. Anyway, though, what I wanted to share with you about Taiwan is this. China and Russia have made an agreement that Russia will keep the United States busy with the war in Ukraine while China takes down Taiwan. That's exactly right. You heard that right. China and Russia have made an agreement to keep the United States busy while busy with war with Ukraine, keep us preoccupied over there while the China takes Taiwan down. Now, the strange thing about all this is that I was told that China is like the world's third largest economy. And this is one reason why we can't just sit back and allow that to happen. So the United States originally was not going to get involved with China, as I reported to you already. But suddenly the Biden administration did make a new deal, or excuse me, it made a new stance that they would in fact defend Taiwan in the event that China strikes Taiwan, and was told that they would have no choice, because if not, it would cause a massive Great Depression here. So that was something else I wanted to share with you guys there. This is the earthquake right there. In fact, they just had another earthquake in Taiwan while I was preparing for the newscast, a 5.5 earthquake there, but that 6.9 had struck here earlier. Very powerful quake there, and that was where we get the video footage there coming from that particular quake. So the Ring of Fire is not super busy right now, but of course that could change around. Puerto Rico, it seems to be pretty busy. In fact, Puerto Rico is being hammered right now by a hurricane. In fact, let's just take a quick look at that just to see what's going on there in the Atlantic. Yeah, Puerto Rico without power as Hurricane Fiona makes landfall. Now, they still are showing, that's interesting, they're still showing that that hurricane is going to turn, not hit mainland United States. And again, that has a lot to do with the United States utilizing CERN, not CERN, but oh gosh, what do they call that big power station up there in Alaska there, in order to steer storms into different directions. So they continue to do that, and that's kind of alarming. But anyway, not that big of a hurricane, but it is expected to put anywhere from 15 to 25 inches of rain out on Puerto Rico, which is devastating. Then you top that off, we've also got you've got another not a hurricane, but on the west coast there. Let's see here. That was let's see, National Hurricane Center. I don't know if it'll show that. Yeah, maybe we can see that storm regardless just by going to the Pacific, Central Pacific. Oh, we don't want Central, we want Eastern Pacific. Still not seeing that other storm there. There was a storm up there that is right around Alaska they were talking about, that was bringing a lot of much needed rain, but yet again maybe too much rain. Been some meteorites coming in too, and I haven't been speaking about those things because everybody seems to get all bent out of shape if you talk about meteorites there, but I know there was one that came over Ireland and England. They said that was huge in size, ended up hitting the Atlantic Ocean there, but I think it was over 1,200 reports of that meteorite that actually came in there. I'll just see real quick if we can't put that in for you. There's been several of them come in lately, and I just have not reported them. Yeah, here we go. Large meteorite spotted burning up over Scotland. There it is right there. And Northern Ireland. But this one did plunge into the Atlantic. It didn't just burn up and turn into nothing. It actually did hit the Atlantic Ocean there. So yeah, they actually have some decent footage of this thing coming in. At one point, they had made mention that it was probably, oh gosh, look at the alligators. Isn't that a sign that reptilians are soon to return? Yeah, something we're going to be getting into as well. Very soon we're going to be talking about this situation of, I don't even know how to discuss this as of yet. But we're going to be talking about this situation with, good night, that is a huge one. In Brazil, an invasion of crocodiles that have flooded one of the beaches with several hundred, even thousands, and the local population is panicking. Are the animals worried about something? A volcanic or earthquake is preparing. Wow, that is absolutely amazing. You want to be able to get a closer bird's eye view of all these crocodiles. My goodness. I guess they are expecting something to go on, right? Anyway, I'm Steve Benoon. You're watching Israeli News Live. I'll get into this other issue with you later. It's a very serious issue. It's weird how they're all looking in the same direction, too. What are they anticipating? That is crazy, right? Very crazy. So, anyway, we're going to get into this situation that because it very clearly seems that the Antichrist is soon to be appearing. I'm going to talk about the red heifers and things like that Israel's prepared. They came in from the United States. And I got some very interesting thoughts that I think you'll find eye-opening, to say the least.